What's good people? Welcome back, family.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we back. We are back for yet another session, another episode of the Family Bloodline Podcast. And we got a good one coming to y'all today. We are doing well. I'm doing well. Wanda, how has your week been?
My week has been good. There's no complaints. Been very, very busy. The single parent life is busy. So, this is the last week of summer school for the girls.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, just staying in the groove of working and taking care of home and, just doing me. So I ain't
Yeah.
even been out this week, I don't think, other than work. Yeah, it's crazy. Cause normally I'm hanging out. I be outside. I'm enjoying my summer. Cause if
Okay.
I'm just dwelling on what's not at my house, and then I'm like, no, I gotta go outside. So
Okay. Uh, you about to be in the house. What you got planned? Since you're gonna be by yourself for a bit.
what do I have planned?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be at work, and then like most of the time, I'll probably be outside after that. Like feed my dogs, and then I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna be outside, be finding stuff to do in the city. In the summertime, we got a lot going on. There's always something to do. So I'll be somewhere. I'll figure it out.
Well, if you're gonna be running through the streets of St. Louis, make sure you're safe and strapped up, because
Oh, that's a given.
it's a given.
Given, I don't go nowhere without it. So
That's that's a crazy way to live. I tell you what, being strapped just to make sure you protect it,
yeah,
and golly, that's a thing. It's a
yep.
thing.
I take it
So,
everywhere. Don't leave home without it, like your MasterCard. Ain't that what it
right.
was? Don't leave home
That's
without
yeah, it is. Or Visa is it American Express? What is one of them? But
it.
I remember again last time I was at home for my mom's funeral, being upset that I didn't have my thing on me because of
Should
some
have
food
tucked away. You already know.
all day.
I know you was out there naked. I would like, hey, I would have brought one through for sure.
Shouldn't have left it at the house. I should have rolled with it with me. But hindsight 2020. I know better for next time. I know
Yeah.
better for next time. So, but I'm on vacation through the 9th of July, and so we're gonna have a good time. Got my kids with me,
Okay.
and been trying to wait for it to cool down. It's been in the 90s registers out
Uh huh.
here, and I'm not too keen on having them out there in that heat.
Yeah, it's hot, but heat builds resilience. We was outside in the heat.
Yeah,
We were
so
outside in the heat. We didn't go in the house because we were scared to go in.
yeah,
We drank water hose. Ain't nothing wrong with outside in the hot.
that's true. That's true. But they ain't used to that. They ain't built for it. So
Hey, you got to build that resilience. We build Spartans around here.
you ain't lying. But I can't just hurl them out into the 90 plus degree heat.
Sweet Jesus. Of
I
course,
gotta
they ain't not. They ain't sugar. They will not melt. I promise you.
gotta gradually build them up to that life.
No Lord, put some sunscreen on them babies and send them out.
Right. Right. Well, I got one baby. She's already a heat casualty, so I can't take my eyes off of her.
What?
Yeah. Yes, it happened. It happened a while ago. So now she's susceptible to that type of thing. And I got to make sure she all right. So,
Put baby a hat. Put on some sunscreen. Give her some water.
right. That's the same baby that went to sleep sitting in the sun. So, maybe it's just the dad in me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, week been good though. Again, on vacation, ain't just trying to chill out. Went to a couple of retirement ceremonies. Shout out to my sister Jay and her family. We're here for y'all. She had home going for her mom today.
Oh,
Yeah. So if you pray or meditate or whatever you do that for her and her family to give them strength. It's a tough position to be in. Very tough to be in. So, but we without Dirt tonight. Hopefully him and Mama have a good time. Him and Kiana go out in the town and love on each other and have a great time with each other. So, but without further ado, oh, you know what? Shout out to y'all too for coming through Kentucky and hanging out with your cousin. I appreciate it.
Hey, move.
Needed it. It's always good to see family.
Great time.
Yeah, it was food getting slung around and all that other good stuff. So without further ado, we just slung out in a good way. Slung around in a good way. Cause say again?
Did spaghetti clean up?
Oh, spaghetti got smashed, girl. That spaghetti got smashed. It got bashed. Your camera froze up on. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Oh, it sure did. I see it now.
You ready
And
to
that's a crazy.
come on back whenever you want to, cuzzo. Door's always open. The door is always open. So just to remind everybody what we're talking about tonight, we are talking about the 4B movement and asking, is it relevant to America? And we're about to play the clip and get into it after that. So if you have any opinions one way or another, by all means, hit the link that I posted both on TikTok and I posted on YouTube and Twitch, Discord, and everywhere else. Hit the link and hop in and let us know what you think. So let me get ready to get us set up so we can get into it. All right. And here we go. Oh, my bad.
Is that anytime a woman expresses her terrible experiences with a man, then it's always, you should have picked better. So now we're not picking at all, and you motherfuckers got a problem with it. Then don't let us talk about our deadbeat ass baby daddies. Dennis, you should have kept your fucking legs closed. So now we choosing not to fuck y'all at all. Y'all still got a problem with that. Then it's always, y'all bitches asking for too much. Y'all some gold diggers. Y'all want us for our money. Now we not asking y'all for a fucking thing. Absolutely nothing. Just leave us the fuck alone. And y'all got a problem with that. Then when women start talking about how they want a ring, they want to get married, then is a ring shouldn't, determine how much I love you. And a marriage is just a piece of paper. We don't have to do that. So now that bitches don't even give a fuck to get married no more. Y'all got a problem with that. Women get blamed for being the single mothers who actually stay with the kids while the men go out and create 7 more single parent homes. And now y'all mad because we don't want to have no more kids at all. And if we don't have no kids right now, we not ever gonna have none until y'all get y'all shit together. So instead of empathizing with us when we talk about these terrible experiences with these men, y'all blame us for how men treat us and how they act. It's always, you should have picked better, instead of holding your fellow man accountable for their actions or apologizing on their behalf. We're gonna do better, queen. But no, y'all always place the blame on us. And now that we done found a fucking solution to the problem, since y'all ain't gonna fix it, we'll fix it. We're just gonna leave y'all the fuck alone. And y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to do without us. But let me not. Cause it's gonna be some pick me ass bitches that's gonna still remain, out in the open for y'all to grab them and pick them. But I guarantee you it's gonna be bitches that y'all don't even want to have shit to do with. Y'all not gonna be attracted to them hoes at all. So good luck. Good luck with them hoes and your homeboys. Cause y'all, like I said, y'all made this bed lay in it. What the fuck is y'all mad for? And y'all can.
So I'm gonna keep it up on the screen because we'll probably play it a couple more times throughout the night because she laid out a lot. She laid out a lot.
Yeah, I can't say
Yeah.
I disagree, sister. I can't say I disagree. Even as a married woman, I cannot say I disagree with her. Hey, Bug.
But
Did she say a word? Did she say a word, sister? Like
she
seriously,
said, "Oh
I
word."
like. I cannot say I disagree. And I mean, I know I have single friends, single family members, and honestly, a lot of them better off without a no good. I mean, I'm sorry, without another man.
Wow, where's the lie? Where's the lie? Says Lynn.
On
Okay,
that.
okay. All right. So let's run it.
That's
Let's run it, right?
good.
Uh and then we got okay, so the ladies agree with the statement. The ladies are agreeing with not just the statement, but with the whole monologue. And I can't really say as I blame them too much for agreeing with it, but I don't agree with all of it. I
Hmm.
don't agree with all of it.
Hmm.
Um, I absolutely understand the sentiment and the different points of frustration, but I
How well?
think
Because I know you
no,
finna go.
no. I'm just saying I think she stopped at certain points to remove stuff that we could have gone in depth on, right?
Hmm.
So I do agree with some of the stuff that she's saying. With so at first, well, let me take a few steps back. One of the things that I don't agree with her on is men not saying things to other men that aren't taking care of their kids. Yeah, for sure, it is a cold world, cold world. My man saw the shooter on TikTok posted that. So it's a cold world, and I'm gonna tell you, like in this vicious ass game of love or war, nobody comes out unscathed, unfortunately,
Hmm.
right? We all go through growing pains to get to our person, and it's never a fun time. And even within that sentiment,
So
I
let's
think. Go
never a
ahead.
fun. Let's admit it. Guys have way more fun going through this, the finding the right person phase, because y'all are not looked at before y'all body count. Y'all not looked at um for having several people at a time. But let a woman do that shit, we looked at sideways crazy and we're damaged goods. So let's say y'all do have way more fun in looking for a relationship type deal.
I think that's an external feel of it. Um, that's an external look or view, but men struggle just as much internally uh, as our counterparts who have also lost that battle, because that's what it is, right? Both people are dealing with a loss. It looks different. It might look different, but we're still dealing with the loss also. Uh, and just because men generally, and this isn't for every man, but men generally react differently because of hurt, doesn't mean that we're not hurting, because we
Mm-hmm.
are.
Okay.
So it externally it might look fun, but it's not. It's a very painful situation that we have to go through. And one of the things that I think a lot of people forget when it comes to men is that we're generally speaking, again, these are unfortunately societal norms. We can't express our hurt and our pain in the same fashion that women do.
Mm,
We can't.
I think we're way past that. Like as far as evolution has gone, as the um the roles of the man and the woman, there's definitely safe places for you to express how you feel.
Okay, and I'm a play a bit of a devil's advocate with that statement because I would like for you to point to one so that we could get there, right?
Uh, Talking to any like y'all got y'all friends y'all talk to, which sometimes that's not even good because some of your friends are just as
Exactly.
worse as y'all are. But I mean, there's parents, there's therapists. Like therapy is the new thing now. It's the end thing. Getting therapy. Talk to your therapist.
So I don't disagree with that totally either. And Maya and I were actually talking about the movement of therapy. Um, Therapy, fortunately, has become more of a relevant thing. Unfortunately, what hasn't become more of a frequent thing is the access to therapy, right? It has not become a regular, even with a person who might have a nice job, uh, benefits aren't always covered.
I know if you got Medicaid and Medicare, therapy is covered under
Yeah, but
Medicaid.
not all of us had that. And so this it sounds excusatory, but it's the unfortunate truth is that men, we not just men, but people in general don't always have the access that we would like for people to have to have therapy. Like if I wouldn't in my current profession, I probably wouldn't have access to therapy. The many jobs that I held before doing this full time, I never had access to therapy in any of my benefits. And I had some pretty good jobs. I
Mhm.
had some really good jobs, really good careers, and I couldn't depend. I couldn't go and have a one-on-one session with a therapist. No, therapy is no longer taboo. I'm not saying that it's a taboo thing. I'm just saying that it's not as attainable as others often say that it is. Unfortunately, it just simply isn't. As much as like we can speak about therapy as professionals because we now have that glide path to get it, but not
Mhm.
everybody is on the same glide path as we are. So not everybody's going to have that access, and not let's not forget uh, a certain age group and age range that don't put as much emphasis on that specific thing as much as they should, because it should be something that we should hold close to and actually promote more, especially within the culture. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So, well, with that being said, though, what I mean, did you like? Is there anything you can honestly just like flat out disagree with on what she said?
So there's a couple of things that I could flat out disagree with, but I think I'd end up going down the road of being a bit disingenuous or empathetic to what she's saying. But what I'll disagree with overall, however, and unfortunately, is the actual movement in and of itself. I don't
Hmm.
agree with the 4B movement because I don't think that is relevant to the American society as much as women are trying to push it. I
Hmm.
don't.
Like,
So
why would?
because the 4B movement came from, and I was talking about this with my buddy Kevin and his wife over dinner not too long ago. The 4B movement came from the South Korean women. And if you don't know much about that culture, especially visiting the peninsula of South Korea, it would be totally missed on you, right? The level of misogyny and their culture, unfortunately, women are still looked at as literally second class citizens in every facet of the word. They're not thought of as human. They're not treated in such fashion unless they come from a prestigious family, where in which case they still only have a certain amount of prestige, right? So the 4B movement in South Korea is so much more relevant to what it is here in America. The women in America, uh, like women often brag, they're getting their masters, they're getting their PhDs, right? They are this is something that I don't really take to heart. They are the masculine women. They bossing up. They're doing this and they're doing that. Women in South Korea don't have those opportunities, which is why they have to go hard in the paint to get even a small midget of what women in America have already. And so I think what women do a good job at, unfortunately, and unfortunately in some cases, not all, because we absolutely need this part of humanism in and of itself. I think what women do a good job of, especially women in our culture, is identifying an issue, identifying pain, and going so far into empathy with that they take it on themselves and they become that. That's a huge issue for our culture in and of itself, especially our women, because our women will jump on a pain train and will ride that motherfucker out. We'll ride it out. not realizing that by the time that train gets into the station where it's going to stop, they're all the way in the caboose. They're sitting in the caboose. All the other women are getting off that train and reaching their final destinations or going forward and progressing. All women don't go that far. We stick to a certain spot, unfortunately, and we ruminate in that until there's another conductor for that pain train with occupants to hop back on and pull it out of station.
I have to disagree with that, but
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's just what I see. So,
and I feel like, shoot, if it's working, it's working, regardless of where you're doing it. If you're doing it in America, if you're doing it in Korea, wherever you're doing, if it's working for you, it's working for you. You know what I mean? And if no sex, no kids, no marriage, no dating is where you want to be and what you want to do, and it's making you thrive, then hey, that's what you do for you.
sure. So let's look at that and what that actually means
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, because it sounds good in theory. It sounds absolutely spectacular in theory because it's supposed to move something and someone to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But what does that do for humans overall?
I mean, we overpopulated anyway, so
That's the that's the answer. That's so it's going to put our species in and of itself in a steep decline, a steep decline.
I mean,
And so
that'll take a very, very, very long time. That'll take
all
very
it takes is one generation. That's
it'll
it.
take time to do that. There's so many people in the world, like so many people,
Yeah,
and
there
like
are.
everybody is on this movement, so there's still going to be population, but those that are and that are making that choice and it's getting them the results that they need, by all means, do you, boo?
So the give me 1 second. My man Shaw wants to hop on. Hop on the StreamYard. Shaw, hop on the StreamYard. I'll post the link again. Hop in the StreamYard. That way we can pull you up and you'll be pushed out over multiple different platforms and not just over on TikTok. I got TikTok a little separated because TikTok does some crazy stuff. So we also have to look at societal declines. If you look at China, you look at Japan. Japan is asking for foreigners to come over. They're asking for men to come over because they're going through a population shortage. And it's not just because of the lack of sex. Like this affects infrastructure, this affects the economy, this affects agriculture, this affects every day the way that the only way that societies are able to function.
Go plant them seeds.
Say again?
Ain't having no sex, y'all can go work them fields. That's the problem. Men don't want to work.
Is that true though? Is that part true? Because of
Is it not? Because there's a way women in the workforce than it is men. Y'all want to sit up and play with all your joysticks.
that's well, for some people, them joysticks are bringing them in a hefty sum. But I don't think overall men don't want to work. I think if overall men didn't want to work,
Margarita.
societies it look fire too. It looks so fire. That margarita look fire. I think if men stopped working in vast droves, every society globally would crumble. I think it would crumble. And the reason why I say that is the jobs that maintain primarily infrastructure, housing, highways, bridges, all that stuff are predominantly done by men. There are women, but it's still 90% dominated by men.
Yeah, but obviously, once we put our mind to something and get ready to do it, it can get done. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying that women can't work those types of jobs. I'm simply saying that for forever, women have generally. Why do you do that, man? My son. Women when they tend to stay away from those hard, laborious types of jobs. It's not that you can't do it. It's just that those aren't the types of jobs that women are generally seeking, right? So when I was in, huh?
Everybody want to work from home right now. Nobody want to go into work.
Look,
Everybody want to.
some days, I wish that was the case for me.
If I could mail my work into work, I would definitely do that, but I can't. So I'm just
So,
saying, like, okay. So let's just say, excuse me, you meet a girl, she already has children, and you like, I don't know, you already got kids. But like now it's like, okay, we don't want to have your kids. That's an issue also. She also said that, like, why you don't want to have no babies? What's wrong with me? Why you don't want to have my baby? Sir, you're still in your mom's basement.
yo, I'm picking up what you laying down, and I agree with that. I was thinking just the other day, and I'm not trying to say that this makes you more or less of a man, but my kids and I, we were running around getting ice cream, looking at fireworks, and I finally got a sweet tooth, and I went to a gas station to go get those little cookie ice creams. I love those things. And another brother rolled up, hopped out with 2 kids. I got my 4 in tow, and his pants are below his cheeks. His box is so far exposed, it's ridiculous. And he's got a little boy with him, and he's got a little girl with him. And even my son was like, "Dad, I can see his boxers." And I was like, "Yeah, son, that's not how we present ourselves in public as men. That's not what we do. That's not how we will ever go outside."
I hate it.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but
What's to deal with that? If I gotta tell you to pull up your pants, that means I gotta tell you to wipe your ass too. And I'm not
right.
trying to go. I'm not doing it. I'm not your mama.
And
I'm not.
so, and those are the types of points that I could agree with that sister on. Like, if you don't have the wherewithal to pull your pants up, how can you put yourself in a space to think
And
that
this
somebody,
man saying the silly shit that she's talking about. These are the men that look like that. It's not the guys that got the good jobs. It's not the guys that have morals and self-control. It's not those guys that she's talking about. It's these idiots that what TLC used to call scrubs
yeah.
that's making it hard for the good guy. And I will say that they are making it harder for the good guy.
So why do you think that is?
Because nobody wants to deal with it. Because everybody knows when you first meet somebody, that's just a representative. That's not who they really are.
Sure.
You're meeting the representative. And eventually, when you already fell in love with this person, that's when they gonna show you who they really are. And then you're like, damn.
I can dig that. I understand that. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Like I was like literally, I mean, I have road rage a little bit. Okay, yeah. But it was like early in the morning, I'm at a light and I see this guy crossing the street. Literally, pants are on mid thigh.
Wow.
Mid with a belt on. What the fuck is the belt for?
That's the question that I always have.
Body over so bad in my life. Never. I saw myself literally hitting the gas and just making him a speed bump. I saw it happening. I blinked and it didn't happen. I really felt it in every being of my soul to hit him, and the world would have been a way better place.
It might have been. It might have been. But I agree with that point.
You're shuffling across the street. Pull your damn